Haul ass at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.
The Halo Infinite podcast is back. Episode 11. We've already recorded 12 too. I just have to find time to edit the podcast together. So we have a community show coming out. It'll probably come out tomorrow or this weekend. So what's up?
It was really good. It was really good.
It really was. It was super awesome hanging out with everybody. So it was a really great time. I'm plugging the Discord. Halo Infinite podcast. Come hang out. Come meet other Spartans.
And you too can be part of the next community roundtable.
Yeah, and you can also try to figure out what to do until Infinite comes out, or at least the next flight, because we're all just going, what do we do? What do we do? I know one of the things we do. We play the B-roll. Hey!
It works.
Press play.
Look at that
one. Yeah. So, hey, Johnny Bo, how are you?
Doing good. And before we get started, it has come to my attention that people listen to this while they are playing games in the background. So I want to give some affirmations, okay? You got this. Get that kill-tacular.
You aren't that far
Running
behind.
riot.
You aren't that far behind. You can do it.
And watch behind you. There you go.
Double kill.
Lethal is in the chat, and that who told me he listens to the podcast in the background.
I love it. Mule, how the heck are you?
I walked 7 miles today, but other than that, I am fantastic.
Literally, I almost started singing. If I could walk 5, that's pretty much you. That's
work has been busy, but all I've been thinking about is Halo, and there's not any games that make me feel good right now. So I kind of took a look a little bit at the new Apex stuff, but I'm just waiting for Halo, man. I can't wait.
I was talking about this in my streams this week, and people are like, "Oh, why don't you play the new Apex or play, Fortnite or something?" I'm like, the only shooter I want to play right now is Halo Infinite. I'm just gonna wait until the next flight and until it launches.
Yeah, like you guys were even tweeting like, "Hey, there's a PS5 available," and I'm like, I would literally buy that right now and not play anything on it. I wouldn't.
Just like me.
I would say I have it just sitting there right now.
And it's not like there's not stuff like I could play Returnal, I could play Ratchet. I'm in this after playing Halo. I'm like, I don't know what to go play now.
Nothing suffices.
Yeah, Crawler, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm scared to go back to MCC because I feel like Infinite has ruined me. I feel like Splitgate is maybe the closest thing to do right now, and now that they've upgraded their servers, maybe that's the way to go. Because they have Sprint, because they have kind of the Halo feel. I don't know. It's just Infinite felt so good. I was reaffirmed today by the fact that we are going to have multiple flights. There will be something else, mainly because they tweeted about it, like make sure you get your check marks in a row and you're ready to go for the next flight. So it will happen. We're gonna get it. We just hope it's sooner rather than later.
We really do. Yeah.
So
these shows are going to be a little out of order. Like we said, we came off of the PvP, and then we recorded, right? And
you could watch the PvP footage as well. We streamed it.
We didn't do that well.
We did fine. We did fine.
Did we win 1 or 2? I don't know. How many games did we play?
Josh was going 8 and 16, but the rest of us did fine.
Wait.
wow.
Why don't I remember that?
And Josh had the luxury of not being able to kill us.
No,
this is true.
There was still a way. I just had to grapple you while you were going for the hammer, and I could pull you to your death. Be like,
so I was listening to IGN react to this flight. I'm not all the way through it, but from what I understand, from what Destin Laguerre was talking about a little bit, I think one of the player icons was unlockable via getting the like gravity hammer or the rockets caught in air from like the plasma grenade, like in the trailer.
Really?
I think
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What's his name? Like Mince Blitz or whatever. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like he's been like just crushing Halo content for years. Like he has some plays where he's like throws the grenade at the rockets. The rocket goes flying, and he just like get over
Oh, I
here.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he went full
was
Scorpion on it.
was that the same guy that did like Spider-Man moves on Bazaar and like went under the east wing or west wing doors or whatever, and he shot the grapple hook up and then used the momentum and then flew up in the air and then would have come down, and if there was an assassination available,
Yep.
he would have done some crazy ass assassination.
Yeah,
Dang.
It was pretty cool.
wow.
I don't know if it was him, but I did see that, and it was so crazy.
I mean, I didn't
There
play
are
with any of the
eight.
physics at all on that grapple hook at all. Like, there's so much potential to unlock in that.
There's so many good clips out there. Like Halo just tweeted a blog post that was like highlighting all the community clips and fan art and stuff. You should definitely check it out. There's some really cool stuff in there, and don't fall into the rabbit hole of the fruit physics, please.
Oh my gosh, that guy.
Did I put that tweet in our group chat? Is that what I? Yeah.
I mean, I saw it before you said that, but like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
I had a few choice words before the podcast, so I'm not going to repeat right now. But
I had already ignored that tweet and then was like, "Dang it!" now other people.
I
are
hope
seeing it.
I hope it's a meme now. I hope like they do something in the final build to make it a meme.
But it's are we even sure what game he's comparing it to?
It's a Call of
COD?
Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it a finished game? That was the biggest thing. I saw people arguing that it was Battlefield, and so that would be another unfinished game. But it was also further along in development as well. But it's like,
It doesn't matter.
who
It doesn't
gives a
matter.
rat's ass if fruit blows
if
up
fruit
in a
flies,
certain way?
right? Yeah.
We're not playing Fruit Ninja, so
We had a guy.
Maybe that's
come
a
in-
new mode.
We had a guy.
chickens
come
go
in-
blah when you shoot them.
Oh yeah, just poof.
Yeah,
there's
who killed
feathers.
how many chickens did you kill on Bazaar? That's the question
And the
for
rats.
community.
There's rats.
There's rats. I
There's
didn't see the
rats. There's rats in the bazaar.
So you don't want to eat that fruit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
Yep.
disease ridden.
Yeah.
So we had a guy do a super chat during the Xbox Factor podcast today, and he said, "I went into the grocery store, punched fruit, did not have the physics I was hoping for. Never shopping there again." Right?
Who
And then-
cares
and then you
about
have, like,
fruit?
Then you have like it's a big like fanboy war. Like now people are comparing it to Last of Us 2 that doesn't have any fruit physics. It's like this is what we're gonna worry about now. Just enjoy your games, you know. Just enjoy your games.
It shows how petty. That's all it shows. Like, oh
Well-
yeah, Halo sucks. Their fruit doesn't explode. Their bananas actually turned to juice. This is fake. I cannot believe it.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in this whole conversation because
Please.
some of the mumblings
Throw
that
a
I've
wrench at my face.
all right, back on track.
If you dodge a fruit, you can dodge a
it's
sticky grenade.
it's been a while since we did like an official show, so we got to get back on this train, you know.
But some of the rumblings, listening to other podcasts and just general gaming news, is the campaign, is it going to get delayed? Because we haven't seen a lot from it since the Craig incident, and it's only been it's only been CG trailers, and like we're seeing a really good product that is 2 months now fast forwarded, and they've now been able to take all the data from our weekend with the game and put it into stuff they've been already improving for the last 2 months. And I have no doubt that multiplayer is going to hit this year. I think with the product we saw, it's strong enough. it kept anyone that was playing it their attention, and I think they were happy with it. I'm not bored of the 3 maps we played. I'm excited for more. Even after seeing some of the videos that we've been seeing this last week, like I'm ready to go back in and think about new ways to engage in the maps that we were playing, because I fell kind of into a rut, especially against the bots. So I think playing against more PvP will definitely be more fun. But the true question is maybe just the multiplayer suite drop this year and they continue working on the B-roll of Josh throwing a grenade,
Throw a
that bounced
grenade in
right
his
back.
face.
Wait, did you see that? Did you see? I sent that.
That,
bot
oh
to
my
Forza.
god, he threw it and it bounced back in your face.
Okay, well,
Well, no.
we'll-
But he punched the bot and it went flying. He
Okay,
he flew off the map.
First, never go to the left. All right, never go to the left.
Not against the bots. No, they all rotate. They all rotate green corner and they light you up.
Yeah, but so yes, you can watch the nade hit my face. All right, that's great. But I send that bot into orbit. Like he goes into orbit. Let's see if we can fast forward just a little bit. I probably went too far. At this point.
You went
to
too far.
Crawler's point, like I feel like we still have Gamescom this month, which is usually a big deal for Microsoft, and I could see them showing the campaign at.
I saw it.
I bounced a grenade off my teammate. All right. I mean, what do you want? What do you want? Okay. What do you want from me?
That needs to be like a
Sorry, we're
You throw a
derailing, John.
grenade off
Yeah.
someone's butt and it comes back and hits your face.
Right here. Here it is.
Johnny was talking about Gamescom.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a point here,
It hit
Josh.
the butt. You threw it and hit his butt. It came back to your face.
Go watch the YouTube video if you really want to know what we're laughing.
There's
There's two separate instances.
guy
All
goes-
right.
That guy goes flying, dude.
Yeah, I put him into orbit.
Well,
I literally put him
so
into
Josh,
orbit.
look at your timestamp because you got some TikToks to make.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. How to not play Infinite. Okay,
Yeah.
John, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think we could see the campaign at a Gamescom, and personally, I don't want to see a ton of the campaign, because we don't want another Craig incident. First of all, but I want to be surprised. I want to know. The multiplayer is a little bit different because you kind of want to get hands-on experience, see how it feels. But the campaign, I want to experience that myself.
I think it's they're actually using the data from the bots as well, playing against us to use it in the campaign. Because I think there's going to be ODST, I think there's going to be Marines and other Spartans that will be in the areas we play in. Because it sounds like it's going to be such a big open world type game that you're probably going to have like comrades out in the wild with you. So I don't know. I think that we're seeing all this stuff with multiplayer first because they're using all that data to say, okay, well, if you're going to go in this campaign and you're having Marines, you don't want the AI to be stupid. So let's put them up against some players so they can learn and kind of mimic players a little bit. So, because I mean, that's the thing when you play the older Halos, you're like, what the heck is this bot doing? Like, it's driving a warthog in a circle waiting for someone to like get in it. And you're like, but I think that's why we're seeing all this and haven't seen any campaign, because they're going to use this data to kind of implement all of it into the campaign.
It's very possible. The thing that we have to remember too is because these are two separate things, this is like, I mean, this last year, Warzone was already a thing, and then Black Ops still came out, right? Like, Infinite multiplayer is going to be a cash cow for Microsoft. There's just no like that. It's going to be. It's going to be money hand over fist
From us specifically.
Yeah, mostly Johnny. And so, but the other factor with the with the campaign releasing is what other games are. I feel like the holidays got a little bit crowded, and with Battlefield kind of being buddy with Xbox at this point, like some people have said they're waiting for Call of Duty to announce something, right? Like I don't know. Personally, it's the anniversary. Put it out on the anniversary date. Like, just do it. But you got Forza, you got Battlefield, you got,
Do we know when Forza's coming out? Is it November?
I think it was October or
I think it has
September,
a date.
but
I'll double
yeah.
check.
I'm pretty sure
It's usually September. It's usually a September date for Forza. But I mean, I know I guess it's two different audiences maybe, but there is some overlap. But they don't want to eat their own lunch. I think this is coming out in November.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just not telling anybody because they don't want to have the whole like community get excited and then have to say, "Oh, another delay." Like,
November
so they're
9th.
just keeping numb.
Horizon 5 is November 9th.
Okay, so maybe it misses November.
No, it'll be around Thanksgiving, man. Mark it down. Mule said Thanksgiving.
Mule said
we got to put a bet on it. Loser gets the battle pass. Loser has to buy the battle pass.
Okay, I'll do that with you, Johnny. If it's after Thanksgiving, then I will buy your battle pass for you.
Okay. I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. It's set in stone now. All right. For people that don't know me, I take bets all the time. So if you want to take a bet with me, hit me up.
All I want for games, so going back to what Johnny was talking about Gamescom, I want Microsoft to embrace what happened this last weekend and the Craig incident as well, and just hire the same firm that they had do the Outer Worlds 2 trailer and just lean into it hard. Put fruit in the trailer for the
Maybe
campaign.
Craig can hold some fruit.
Like we have campaign footage and it's only them shooting fruit. That is all it is.
With the Halo guitar, just like fruits
your
flying everywhere.
That's like a TikTok in the waiting right there.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna splice Fruit Ninja and Halo together for some TikToks. Like, oh my word.
We also know that there are leaks out there, but we're avoiding those. So
yeah, I don't think we'll ever do that to our community. We won't ever talk about leaks and crap like that.
It's not only, we don't want to spoil it for anybody. Also, we could get banned. They could come after us for that.
Yeah, didn't they say they're doing that? They're actually like striking channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, based on the data mine, they said content creators beware. Don't embrace that content because it's their property. They can claim it just like
there's enough.
Nintendo
There's
did
enough
forever.
out there that we could talk about that it's like we don't even need to go to that side anyway.
Yeah,
I have no desire whatsoever.
I don't want to spoil anything for myself.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't even want to look at it.
Exactly. I have a little bit of inside knowledge, but I've had it for a very long time about like I've actually seen some of the scripts.
Because you were at 343 last 2 years ago.
Yeah, but this wasn't even there. Like I got to see some of the scripts, and it got me super excited because it's cool stuff.
Josh's uncle works at Xbox, confirmed.
Yep. Yeah. No. But yeah,
you're dying a lot in this B-roll, Josh.
What do you
bottom of the leaderboard?
I saw. I think Lethal said somebody went negative in the tech preview.
I mean, he's throwing grenades.
It was
off his
PvP.
guys'
Okay,
butts, so.
it was PvP.
Is this
that we went
PvP
negative?
games?
No. This is bots.
This is early.
But
I noticed
Josh, I think the
doing the
grenade
whole-
is
The whole what?
You're doing the like melee thing because the buttons were different. So instead of like,
for sure.
you're like, hey, hey guys, hey.
Yep. Yeah, this was my first matches. That's what we're watching right now. Like this was because I'm by myself. I'm not even playing with you guys or anything. This was like when I finally got in on Friday morning or whatever. So I thought it'd kind of be fun to do a little bit of, we have a few different things we kind of want to break down a little bit. One, I think it'd be cool to kind of just get into the grapple a little bit and kind of just talk about how like the pacing of the grapple and everything is really allowing for some, like, remember when we were kids and you'd see box art and it was like, oh, it looks so cool. He's like swinging and shooting and doing all the things. And then you'd play the game and it was like, yeah, you can't do all those things.
You can't even jump.
It's 2 pixels. Like what are you expecting? It's 2
Right.
pixels.
Well, now I feel like in this game, it's like, this is, I mean, you have a grapple in Apex, right? And I've seen some cool stuff, but not like I've seen here. You know what I mean? Like this just, the way you could like pull somebody to you or pull a weapon to you or launch a weapon into the air and then pull it out of the air with the grapple. When you first got a hold of it, John, we'll start with you. Like when you first got to try out the grapple, like what did you think?
I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I was on the struggle bus a little bit. I didn't spend too much time with it, but I tried to grapple like enemies to see what it does, but it just like it's Spider-Man's do to them, and then I was getting meleeed when I got over to him. So that was, but it changes the dynamic of the map, and I think the reason why like Apex, they have I think Pathfinder has the grapple.
Yeah.
But this is, we're in an arena shooter, so it's a little bit more fast paced. So you're going to have those moments of, getting out of dodge real quickly or trying to pull a weapon real quickly. You just have more opportunities to hit those clips. So I like it. And I like that it's equipment and not everybody has it, because that would be super annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Mule, how about you?
The first thing I did is went on a melee spree because the melee is so much faster in Infinite than the other Halos that I would grapple like either right behind or a enemy and just double melee them. And it was pretty freaking cool. Like I got one clip I posted on TikTok of doing that, like just double meleeing 2 guys in a row, because like it's almost like you panic because you've never seen it in Halo. Like when you see someone grappling toward you, you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I shoot? Do I try to melee him? And so those guys just looked panicked because it was, early on in the games. And it just felt good, man. Because like the way you can use it to traverse the map, and then with the slide jump you can do, I love it. Like I said this in the last episode that has not been uploaded yet. But the movement is everything I wanted in a Halo game. We needed something that gave you more fluidity and movement, and I feel like the grapple is just one extra layer. And I can't wait to see the crazy tricks that people are going to do with it. Like it's going to be insane, dude. It's going to.
Those are already out there. Like people are already doing
Yeah.
crazy things. They're already.
Imagine it in campaign. Imagine what people are going to do in campaign when you have like the Warthog or something you can grapple to while you blow it up in the air or something, It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be just wild. Like absolutely wild. One of the things on Recharge in that yellow room, we found ourselves fighting in that yellow room often, right? On the second floor. And I had the grapple at one point. It'll probably show up in the B-roll at some point, like later on. But I was... the person popped in the door and was looking at me, and I grappled to the other wall, and it was almost like they didn't know what was happening. They were just like, they were facing the other way when I turned around and took them out, and that was during the PvP. Like that wasn't during that wasn't the bots, right? It was a person that was like, how are they flying through? They were probably more just shocked. Like, how's he flying right now?
Yeah. It's like a panic button escape. It's just you just get out of there.
Yeah. What'd you think of it, Crawler?
That's mainly what I used it for. I wasn't creative enough with it to even going back and looking at the trailer. Like they're on what's it called? Recharge or yeah. And he shoots up to the ceiling and no scopes and all that kind of stuff. After playing that map, that's definitely a scripted. Because I feel like grappling up to the ceiling in that like unless you were doing it from like the bottom floor and nobody had seen you before you did it, like you're just a sitting duck out there. So
You're toast. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, maybe if you get the surprise element to hop up there and get one person that's standing on that ledge, but just the because Halo has a way of punishing you if you're out in the open and you can't get away. And with the new traversal, with the slide and the jump, and if you happen to have the grapple, it's definitely a way that you can get out of there and reset, kind of like Halo 5 with the boosters. But not everybody has it, so you can take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's a great addition. It really is a great addition. And like Mule was saying and stuff, like just the movement, like never before have you been able to just like
Move.
like this. Like it's like you, and the way the geometry is, it's like, okay, I'm gonna clamber here and I'm gonna jump to this, I'm gonna jump to this, and then I'm gonna climb again. Like you could find yourself just moving like so gracefully through these levels, and I loved it. We brought up a tweet talking about the AR versus the BR. Now, this goes back yonder. Is that how you say it?
Over yonder.
Over yonder.
They better not get rid of that. I'm gonna be super annoyed if they get rid of over yonder, because people are like, oh, I hate that. It's so lame. No, it's
No.
good lame. It's
Yeah.
good cheese. Okay.
Did you guys see that stick by chance? I ricocheted off the wall
Yeah.
and it stuck him. Yeah. All right. I get some plays every now and again. They're few and far between, but this is first night. Those are easy bots. Shut up, Josh. Got it.
Clocks right twice a day.
Yeah. Right.
Speaking of AI, Miss Minutes, the one that sounds like Miss Minutes.
Yes.
I found that one later in the beta, and I think that's going to be my default.
The TVA bot, or AI.
Yeah, TVA, but yeah, TVA.
I love Teardrop. She was like, "Go forth and be a tornado of chaos," and I was like,
I had the British guy the
Thank
whole
you.
time. I'm like, wait, I could change this sound. I could change this voice.
Dude, I had a hilarious line from that guy, the British guy. Like I got someone with the with the hammer, and he goes, "Spread that one on a cracker," and I was like, "What?"
I've heard that there's an AI that talks about like a pile of bones if you do a lot of damage with the hammer or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't experience that, but yeah, I like the TVA one, or I forget what it's called, like Sicko or something. Sorry, go forth.
Go over yonder. Yeah,
Go over yonder.
No, so back in the day, Halo 1, the pistol, it was all about the pistol, right? And then Halo 2 came out, and the Magnum became far less of an item. You could dual wield with it, but the BR essentially took the place of the pistol. They were like, look, you still get the pistol, but it's now a battle rifle. It's not just a handgun that shoots all the way across Blood Gulch, right? And I mean, people weren't happy about it. They were like, we want the pistol back. Now you hear the community saying we don't want sprint, right? And there's always been the issue with the AR, I feel like. It didn't matter which Halo it was, they would always showcase it, and it would still never be viable until now. Now, the AR sidekick combo is very viable. I found myself a few times sidekick first. If I couldn't hit that last shot, I would just switch to the AR and clean it up.
Yep.
And it can go both ways.
You can go the other way
right?
too.
Yep.
You
can melt the shield and then pull out the pistol and precision headshot.
Exactly. And so don't mess with this 343. If anybody hears this, like play this over the speakers at 343. Like, do not touch the AR. All right. There's a
I think it all
go ahead, John.
It all boils down to like, Halo 5. I played a bunch of Halo 5 multiplayer, and the pistol was the meta. If you didn't use a pistol, you're probably losing most of your matches. And now I feel like, based on the tech preview, it seems like more weapons are going to be viable. You're going to be able to, in any situation, the commando feels good, the BR feels good. the AR, the sidekick. Like I think all these guns are going to be viable, so you don't have to rely on one weapon, and you could get it to suit your playstyle.
That makes for a healthy, robust multiplayer experience that does not fall into stale metas. If you want to know about stale metas, go talk to Destiny players that had to deal with just the specific gun with the specific rollout that you had to hunt down, and it was a pain in the ass. And even Call of Duty falls into metas, and short of Warzone having cheater problems, I think from what I understand, I haven't played a lot of Warzone, but from what I understand, there are more viable options in Warzone, and you kind of get to play with the gun you want. There are metas, and they rotate a little bit, but if you can have a lot of viable options that have similar time to kills, the video the tweet we have up, or we haven't posted. Josh will be able to pull that up here in a little bit. But the difference in time to kill is like half a second, I think.
Split second,
yeah.
Split second.
And it's mid range BR versus mid to close range AR. And first off, you don't use those weapons the same way. You're not gonna, if you have a BR, you're in a vantage point trying to look across a distance. If you're smart, you're keeping an AR and a BR with you. Like later on in the beta, or in the tech test, I was moving to swapping out the BR for the sidekick, or the sidekick for the BR, and keeping the AR just to have it there as that more bullets, more bullets to dump into the Spartan bots, because I was worried that they were going to team up on me, and I wanted to be able to have a grenade or two to toss at their feet and then spray them with some bullets, and then maybe switch to the BR and try to tap them in the head and real quick take care of it. But if you're engaging with a BR with the AR, you're doing something right if you're close up to them. And if you're the BR person, you're doing something wrong if you're losing a fight to the AR from a distance. So it's all about engagement, because the BR person should be popping in and out of cover a little bit. The AR person has to lay on the trigger to get that time to kill. And it's just not a real life situation. Time to kill, yes, they can put a stopwatch on it and it can be faster with the AR, but it's not practical in a game time experience.
And look at this tweet. Look at this tweet too. Like, he's like so close to that bot and with that AR. Like, I guarantee you, if you get at a range where you have to use the BR, you're not going to kill him that fast.
Mm-mm.
You know, I mean, even with the zoom in effect, it's just, you're just not going to kill him that fast.
Come on.
Twitter
Josh,
doesn't like you
Josh
like that.
You struggle
hit
a little bit.
F11.
One
Hit
second.
F11.
1 second.
Oh,
Here we
wait,
go.
use a Mac, right?
Well, when I went
There
full
we
screen
go.
on the video,
There we go.
it opened a new window. That's why. So there we go. So here's this full screen. So yeah, one is Halo has always been, they've always tried to make it about long range, mid range, close, right? Shotguns, AR, BR, right?
Mhm.
Or Magnum
And
at the time, and
sniper,
right?
and yeah.
And then rockets and everything else. Like, I see no problem here. And also, try to hit a moving target.
With the AR like that?
Like with the AR, I don't think it's going to be quite as easy.
But guess what? All those AR shots actually hit their target. That's never happened in a Halo game at that range. Even going back to what's the first level after when you land on Halo and CE? What's the name of that?
Oh my gosh!
Is it
True? I don't know. I'm not sure.
But I remember sitting on those installation, those Forerunner installations, and the grunts and stuff are just running up, and I'm sitting there with an AR trying to spray them, and it's just stupid grunts, and none of the bullets are hitting. It's like it's not viable.
Well,
It's just meat for the grinder, and the grinder isn't doing a good job grinding it up.
no, and this AR is the AR we should have had in Halo 2 when the SMGs came out, right? Or it wasn't even an AR in Halo 2. I think the AR went away, but Halo 3 had both, right? It had the AR and but the AR was still not all that viable unless it was close range. And there was nothing worse than just getting team killed, like spawn killed by BRs, where now it's like, that's not going to be an option. You are still going to be viable with your 2 starting weapons. And that means you just got to get, you got to get good, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't make it to the, if you dominate with the BR or you dominate with the power weapon, I mean, good on you for getting there. Well, but it's not going to be as one-sided anymore. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
People can't just camp in a spot. That's the thing. Like, you could do that, but we'll have now the ability to find where you're at and at least like combat you. Like, I'll pull out my sidekick and I can shoot a pretty good distance with my sidekick. Like, I mean, to me, this just means that they really looked at the balance of the game and they wanted to keep it balanced. And I don't know why some of these people on Twitter are getting all their panties in a bunch, because
I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah,
there want to be MLG pros that want the go-to. They want a clear-cut meta that they go find an answer to. That's quote unquote easy button. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and do you want to watch Halo die in 3 months? Make it a meta of just BRs, and the game will become uninteresting.
Yeah.
And
the Needler was viable if you were right up there with
there
and the Heat Wave, if you were skilled enough to land precision vertical shots on somebody, it was like a 2-tap, and it fired.
I literally have no
quickly.
idea how to use that weapon. It makes
it's
sense
awesome.
to me.
You have to shoot like chin area and up.
Okay.
And you will just roast people, dude.
Because I was shooting at them and it looked like I was hitting them, but like
it'll go through and it'll bounce off solid walls and come back, so you can and that's how that ricochet medal was earned in the multiplayer trailer. Is they bounced it off like a wall and it chased somebody down. They were already super weak, because I don't think it'll one tap somebody like that, unless there's maybe some kind of multiplier in the damage output if it's a ricochet shot or something like that. I don't know.
Let's look at this B-roll just real quick, because we're talking about the BR versus the AR. And I mean, the AR, I mean, now granted, this guy's getting team shot, right? But like, he wasn't going to win that. Like he was going to lose to the BR.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and he was even doing a good job bobbing and weaving on you too.
Exactly. And that guy started, early, but I mean, look at how, like, if you don't feather that trigger and fire it like a BR, it's sporadic. It's all over the place. And so
it's going to be all about the headshots with the BR. Once you break the shield.
And if you're new to Halo, it's all about the fire from the hip when you need to.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think, once, how long ago was Halo 5? It was a while ago. So everybody has experienced other FPS games. And even in the Discord, somebody had mentioned, how do you turn off getting knocked out of ADS when you get shot? And I don't know if we sounded like jerks, but like, we're like, welcome to Halo.
You're a jerk, Johnny.
I thought you were my favorite streamer. Guess not. Somebody told me that. So,
hey, Josh, I got to ask you, how'd you like the rockets, dude? Because I'm watching this B-roll and I see you pick them up.
I loved them, but there were a few instances where like you would fire them at the bots, like almost hit them, and then nothing. That wasn't one of those examples, but there, I even saw some other tweets where people were like, "Yo, I like shot the 4." Hey, I mean, I thought I was far enough away, but my shields were too low apparently. So,
I think the explosions are a little bit more contained on those explosive weapons, including the grenades. Like, they don't have a huge
Well, it's almost like the same treatment the Hammer got. The Hammer got toned down to a more compact area that it does damage to. So same kind of deal with the rockets, it seems like.
Yeah.
And I think this transitions to the PvP. That's why I grabbed this B-roll. I thought we were playing PvP right there. I didn't realize it was still bots because I thought this was that footage. But
There I am, not facing the camera again.
right, exactly. So, but I mean, I found myself, I don't know about, and I know this was true for at least Crawler because he was swearing at me or I was swearing at him when we would run to the BR, grab it, and then get some, one of us, here's how it happened. I'd get the BR and Crawler would be like, you son of a, and then he would
I
go
turned
one
around
way.
and went a different way. You're like, just follow Mule's instructions. Follow me. And then he was dead 2 seconds later.
Exactly. Just pick it up off the ground.
I had left. I think that match was the match I was doing circles
Yes.
on recharge, trying to find I don't know if it was a commando or a BR, but I had a hammer, I think, and I was just running around with an AR and a hammer doing laps to the 2 different spots for the precision weapon, and I could not get one. And Josh kept poking in and grabbing it, and then walking out on the ledge and just dying right away.
Now,
Not
I
every
know,
time,
I
but
know.
sometimes.
While we were playing, some people were annoyed not knowing what precision weapon it was going to be. Like if it was either going to be commando or BR. Sometimes it was both. There's like no rhyme or reason. So I don't know how you feel about it being pretty much random.
I love it because it's gonna change the way the game is played. The power weapon's gonna change, the precision weapons are gonna change, and that means okay, this is gonna be more of an AR sidearm game, or this is gonna be a BR game, and we're gonna play that way. And if you think about these 2 smaller maps, all 3 of those maps really, all the weapons were pretty viable. The only thing that I could see using a buff, honestly, is like the plasma rifle or whatever, and I don't think that's the correct term.
The Ravager? Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's the pulse rifle. It's pulse.
Is it called a pulse rifle? Yeah. So I mean, I literally never picked it up because I was just like,
there's a little bit of magnetism to that, though.
Yeah, you have to basically shoot it almost on a beeline, and if you do, it will melt.
Does it?
But
yeah. So I mean, I didn't really see many people. I saw bots picking it up, but never really anybody else. And you guys want to know something? I never once went into the academy.
You didn't go into the academy? I 3-starred everything.
Not one time. I just wanted to play. I was like, you know what? I need to capture footage, and I want to play as much as I can. And
you could have captured that footage.
I know, but
wait. Can you tell how many hours you got in the game?
I don't.
It wasn't even showing. Like it was showing you playing Halo Insider or Xbox Insider. It didn't even show you playing Halo Infinite Tech Preview or anything like that. It was triggering through that app in the Xbox.
On Steam, I could see how many hours I played. Yeah. I think I had it like it wasn't even over, and I had almost 6 hours of gameplay.
How much your PC cost?
Over the years, how much? I mean, 'cause I recently updated it, so.
I mean, all right. So I'm like 700 into the Series X right now because I got the memory card.
Yeah, I mean, your Series X can't do as many things as my PC can do, though.
It can play Halo Infinite. That's all that matters.
Hey, I mean, if you just want a cup of tea and I want a cup of coffee, that's fine.
This is a PC Master Race podcast again.
Were you looking at your frame rate in gameplay at all, Mule? And
I tried, but sometimes it'd say NA, so I don't know if it was just.
Was that 120? Did they cap it at 120?
No, I could go up to 144 or 240. I think.
I think I saw the stats, like they had a little stat sheet, and Series X was 4K 120.
Yeah, I was running 2K and 144 most of the time. So because I have a 2K monitor, but for some reason when I brought up my my GT or RTX or GTX, whatever you call it, to monitor the frame rates, sometimes it would just say NA. And I was like, maybe it's because it's like a tech test and it just wasn't registering or whatnot. So
This game sucked, man. There's so many bugs. Crashed all the time. You got kicked out of matchmaking. I can't believe they would release this.
Johnny was looking at Josh's butt at the end, and
my favorite thing about the tech preview is the when somebody didn't get into the match.
Wait. Look at this B-roll. He's just sitting there camping the BR
all day.
This is
all
why
day.
I'm probably not ever going to play with Josh.
What? I love the BR. What do you want from me?
Like, yeah, but
he's not even out there like engaging. He's just waiting in the house.
I spawned right there.
What do you expect?
Dude, go back and you were just
can't
like
kill his own teammates, so he's got to sit in the back and do nothing. That's how he hurts his team.
Look, I just got the BR and died. Watch, I see it. Like it's almost ready. I run up, not quite.
You have people there that are shooting at you. You're like, wait. I'm gonna camp it. I'm gonna camp it.
It's a bot. So then I'm like, okay, shields are back. Get the one. Okay.
Did we talk about this in our
kill? In our
roundtable at all about how much we appreciate the fact that like precision weapons are on a quicker respawn timer than power weapons, and it's nice to have that option as they're going around. Like there's no timer on it, but if you look at that box where the BR spawns, there's a status bar filling up, and when it gets full, it
what are you doing there?
He's like rubbing the genie, man. He's rubbing the genie lamp to try to get the BR right. That's what I'm talking about. Look
at the bar. Look
he's
how
gonna go.
Full it is.
Oh,
what is that? Yeah, but why are you like
BR?
Why are you pacing?
Give me the BR.
The bots can't hit a target they can't see.
I just want to be moving. I feel like I'm being judged right now.
You are. Yeah, it's your B-roll. We're gonna judge you.
We gotta give Josh a bone and maybe like send him some B-roll or let him use our B-roll so he's not the only one getting judged.
But see, I don't care. I think it's great that like we can all laugh at me because I mean, I know I'm a work in progress, and it's all. Eventually, we're gonna be watching B-roll, and you guys are gonna be like, how did you hit that? I'll be like, I've been practicing.
I've been watching Mule.
It's 2030. I haven't stopped playing Halo Infinite. It's all I do. So
you have your moments, man.
See, look at chat. They're like, Lethal's like, Josh paced next to that BR as if he was playing competitive or something, fighting for his life. Always. It didn't matter.
You gotta act like the job you want, right?
Exactly. So, okay, did you guys find yourselves like going for the noob combo very often? Like,
nope.
No. Not even.
I think I picked up the plasma pistol once.
Gotcha.
Just to see how it felt. I wasn't a fan of it.
Going back to that discussion of AR versus BR and them saying the BR TTK is too slow, I disagree. I think it is I feel like they have nailed so many of the like the TTK is on point. It's
speaking of noob combo, just happened. You just did it.
Yeah, quick draw, right? There you go. But I feel like there's very little I would change. There was very little I would change. I was very
the Ravager. I don't like the Ravager.
So wait, is that
it's bugged? It's bugged.
Was it the Ravager?
That's the AOE one. That's the Ravager, the one with the AOE with the fire.
Yeah, so the secondary, the fire is actually supposed to do damage, and it didn't during the
okay, maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah,
but I think we talked about this before, but I think that's going to be more of an objective based weapon for holding down spots. You know.
Oh yeah, like when they're trying to like shoot it at the flag. Can we take a look at this shot right here real quick? Look at how tell me how I missed. That's when I pulled it. Did you see when I fired?
Yeah, it felt the skewer felt off. Both snipe and skewer felt off.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about is sniper. So go, Crawler. What do you?
I don't know if it was the size of the map or just it's a different feel, but there was not a great. It felt like there was a lag in response to when you pulled the trigger, the projectile comes out, and where the cursor is. I felt more. I think it has to do a little bit with the scope on the skewer, but I felt more comfortable trying to hip fire that and get a no scope. You did get a no scope medal. They treat it kind of like a sniper. But the most success I had with the sniper was on live fire, and it was a collateral double kill, single shot, hip fire that I did on 2 weakened Spartan AIs. And if I was zooming in, it pulls you out so violently than it used to, like compared to what it used to pull you out of ADS. So I think that unless you're in a quiet spot in a sniper nest that you're kind of somewhat protected and unknown in that area, it's almost better to try to body shot or go for the no scope. And rely on that hip fire. I didn't mess with much of my sensitivity, so maybe that plays into a factor of dialing it in. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from this whole thing was it wasn't responsive enough to the trigger pull to the action on screen. So maybe that's I don't know if that's reflective of what the game is doing, or if you guys felt the same. I don't know what to think about that.
For the skewer, I think that it's more like an anti-vehicle weapon. So you're aiming at larger objects. It's difficult to hit those shots against other Spartans. For the sniper, I honestly didn't use that much, but I was never really a sniper player, so I kind of avoid that anyway. But yeah, when I picked it up, it did seem more zoomed in than it did previously. But yeah, I've never really been that good with the sniper, so it could be better than the old ones, or it could not be. Who knows?
Yeah, the sniper definitely felt a little off. Like there was something about it where it just, I don't know, the skewer. And I agree, Johnny. I think the skewer was like more for like weapons or big team battle type situations, or not weapons, vehicles. But it's, yeah, I don't know. The sniper, I felt like I couldn't get shots. Like sometimes I'd do body shots and it would just go right through them. So I don't know.
Lethal saying there's a big learning curve with some of these weapons. Part of that has to do with the lack of aim assist with certain weapons. I mean, looking back on like Halo 5, some of those, when I would get the sniper in my hand, I would feel like I could do I could do all right with it for sure. This one, I landed a few, there were a few shots that I was like, ooh, I still got it. And then it was and then I missed every shot after. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah, I remember.
It was fake.
That's how I usually play.
Yeah. But I know the one thing as far as changing up the sensitivity is I believe I changed my the ADS sensitivity to be equal to because what would happen is I would be trying to aim when I was ADS'd, and then it was moving slower, and then when I would get pulled out, I would just fly. I was like not even not even close to being on target anymore, and I was like, maybe
that's why it felt so violent to me.
I think it is, and so I think there's going to be a right at the beginning when this game really launches of everybody's going to spend some time dialing in what they're, and when it comes to Halo, for me, I'm going to look back at the old games and I'm going to be like, because I've even gone through with MCC, and it's like, I don't want when I'm scoped to be slower than when I'm not. It's not that kind of game. It's always moved the same. And when you take that away, it's like, I can't ride this bike. You know what I mean?
And MCC is kind of a pain in the ass too, because you got to tweak 5 different control schemes and try to make it. There's different buttons that can do different things. So you try to make it as seamless as you can, but sometimes it's hard to have everything match up.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they have aim acceleration too. So I turned that all the way down. So, yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't look at it as they need to fix it. I just look at it as I need to get better, right? And
Mhm.
it's like I don't typically do all like on a map like Halo 3, the pit. I mean, yeah, if you're base to base sniping, sure, but for the most part, I'm going to be BR in that level. That's going to be or rockets, right? But you put me on Blood Gulch or Valhalla, yeah, I'll snipe all day long in those big wide open and we so these tight arenas like
these were CQC arenas, and it felt a little off with the sniper weapons.
Yeah, but at the same time, I want to be able to start pulling out. Like I got a couple no scopes, and that kind of stuff is like those are the plays that turn into highlights that go out on TikTok and stuff like that. And so, I mean, I don't mind having to force myself to get better to be able to do that. But yeah, definitely. I think we hit the nail on the head with the when you're ADSing and it's moving slower, and then you get pulled out, and all of a sudden you're just like you're like, why am I aiming at the ceiling all of a sudden? What's going on? And I think and I think that's part of the reason we saw the comment in Discord, like, how do I turn this off?
Well, and that's going to be interesting to see, new people coming into the series, how they're gonna like it, because Halo is the only game, the only FPS that I can think of that you don't ADS. Like ADS is like your last resort. You're hip firing 90% of the time. So I don't know if people are going to like that or how they're going to feel.
I think those of us that are old school love it, right? Like,
yes,
I would
get
yelled at.
Old.
I would get yelled at in Destiny. They're like, "Why aren't you ADSing?" I'm like, this is a Bungie game, right? Like
you're still punished for accuracy in that game when you're not ADS.
Not me. All right, we've hit our 1 hour mark. Any final thoughts, Johnny?
I want to play more. I can't wait for the next flight.
Mule.
I just want to steal your BR before you get it.
That's our new goal now.
Every time you do, I'm just gonna be like, grapple jack. Like that's basically what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch it. You guys are just gonna use you're gonna go for grapple, and then you're gonna shoot right at the BR and just pull it off the wall, and I'm gonna be like, fine.
I might try to steal it and then like drop it off the map just so you can't have it.
No.
Oh yeah, you can drop weapons though.
Yeah, you can drop weapons.
Yes.
Now.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna troll the crap out of you now.
Yeah. You guys are like remember the penguin from Mario 64.
Yeah.
Just drop it. Crawler, final thoughts.
I think I'm gonna have to go to Splitgate a little bit this week and get some arena multiplayer fixed.
Hopefully the servers are working.
As far as me, I just want more Infinite. Like just I can't, it's ruined me. It's ruined me. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like what do I do with my hands?
Yeah. I don't want to go back to MCC after playing that.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't. The movement was too good. I don't want to ruin it.
I still can, but that's just because I'm an achievement. I like my achievements. So
I also gotta get through Halo 5 campaign so I know what the heck's going on when Infinite comes out.
Yeah, we need to get back to our Let's Play.
Yeah, we got to pick it back up again. So,
but we can't play at 2 a.m. anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Or just
maybe some weekend days so we can get that in.
Yeah. There you go. All right, chat. We love you guys. Remember, we do this live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Come hang out if you guys want to catch a live show. They are going to be earlier now. Is this our new time? 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, Thursdays for the time being. And there we go. So thank you guys. Jump in the Discord. There'll be a link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.
Please call us at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.